We are back again at Bellissima Spa, and we are with the queen of Bellissima Spa today, and we're going to focus on what she does in her portion of the spa. So welcome again to Christa, and we are here in your lovely area. So
yes.
Tell me about what it is that you do for people here in this room.
I offer a variety of different aesthetic services such as Botox, filler, microneedling, PRP, which is a very natural way. We use your own blood, spin it out, separate it in that fancy little centrifuge right there, and we apply it to your face. So I am branding myself as a very natural injector, meaning Botox is not natural. However, you won't ever leave here looking like the housewives of Beverly Hills. A very natural approach to embracing your beauty the best we can, but enhancing it a little bit. You know, there's a balance of there's too much and then there's not enough. So I'm kind of trying to balance in between the perfect little concoction there.
So who would you say is your typical client?
Typical client would be probably middle-aged woman who's looking just to soften some of her wrinkles. Mostly I see a lot of forehead complaints, a lot of what we call the 11s or the WTF lines in between from frowning. I see a lot of that. And then the younger generation too is starting the preventative care. You know, let's get ahead of the game. My daughter's 26 and in just like very lightly just to prevent some of those wrinkles from happening. So probably Botox is probably my typical. And then you have the people who are super healthy and want to, you know, take care of their skin and all natural, and they don't do the services like Botox, but they might do microneedling, PRP, microneedling, because that's more of a natural enhancement.
So can you tell me what microneedling is? I don't know if that sounds like fun to me. I don't know.
If you ever were on TV like Kardashians, take it to a whole new level, and they do what they call like the vampire facial. This does not need to be that extreme. However, we would draw a couple vials of your blood. We would spin it out in that centrifuge, like I said, and separate the blood product in your PRP or plasma. And then we would use that as a glide, your natural plasma, to go over with a little pen that has little tiny needles in it. Put some numbing on there. A lot of people opt out of the numbing, they don't even require it. But I also offer that just as a comfort measure. And then you glide over, and what you do is you cause a little bit of trauma to the skin, just enough to where you start producing things like your elastin, your collagen, the things that we quit producing many years ago for me when you're like 25. So it re-stimulates those kinds of factors to help with aging, and we recommend doing a series of like 3 of those.
Awesome. So what would if there is a typical, what would a typical cost be for something like a Botox if you were focusing on, like you said, the 11, or mine goes sideways. I have this little one that goes this way.
Right across.
If I don't drink a lot of water, I can definitely see
that dehydration. Yep.
So
for just your 11s here would be about $220. We go by unit for Botox, so it's $12 a unit, and so this is a typical 20 units. Typical. Everybody's different, so until I see your anatomy, that's just kind of a guesstimate. But yeah, about $200 for that space.
How long do the effects last of a treatment?
So depending on your muscle memory, there's a wide span, but typically anywhere from 2 to 4 months is what most people see. It just depends on how often you get Botox, if you're new to it, what your muscle memory is, how much you work out. There's a lot of factors that go into that.
All right. Well, thank you so much to Christa. If you are thinking about Botox or microneedling or making yourself look a little bit younger or healthier, then feel free to get a hold of Christa here at Bellissima Spa.